Hey everybody, your friend Crab is here with another awesome video. In today's topic, I will show you guys my best weapon from every Megaman game, or in each game, in that case. So without further ado, let's get started. The best weapon from Megaman 1 is Thunder Beam. It's an overpowered electricity beam that can be shooted in 3 ways, which they are forward, upward and downward, and all at the same time. As also it deals a massive damage to the enemies, so if there is an enemy you can't reach because you are too low, no one uses the Thunder Beam. If there is an annoying enemy below you and you want to raise it from its distance, just use the freaking Thunder Beam. Thunder Beam is truly the best from Megaman 1. Metalblade, the overpowered saw blade that can almost kill everything at once. The metal blade can be thrown in 8 different directions, and most players say that it's broken, but honestly, that all depends on the player himself or herself, as you can spam it too if you want, as metal blade doesn't run out so quickly. But as I said, that all depends on the player, so don't underestimate metal blade. And as if you ask me, I would say metal blade is a bit balanced than Thunder Beam. Metalblade is like you can throw just in 8 directions as you want, but in Thunder Beam's case it kinda raises everything at once because it shoots 3 different electric wires or beams or I don't know in 3 different directions all at the same time, so that's broken than Metalblade. But overall Metalblade is just awesome. Shadowblade. It's a boomerang metal blade, but more balanced as it can be thrown in 5 directions rather than 8, and this weapon really comes in handy in most situations. An enemy above you, just use the Shadowblade and slash him apart. An enemy you can't reach because it's above you and away from you, just use the Shadowblade to rip him apart. Ring Boomerang. It's a boomerang weapon, as you can use it to pierce any enemy you want, any enemy, even the shielded ones, as it deals a powerful damage. So if I want just to finish the work right away, I'll just use the Ring Boomerang instead of the charging of my buster. The Ring Boomerang is almost balanced, it doesn't cover the whole area around you, you just shoot a boomerang ring that can be shooted forward and return back to you. Gyro Attack. This is a true amazing weapon. You shoot a gyro that can be shooted forward. However, it's not just that. If you press the up or down buttons, the gyro projectile will follow the order of which button you press. Press up, it will go up. Press down, it will go down. This comes in handy in a lot of situations, like an enemy can't reach and etc. But overall, a great weapon I would say, and probably the best one from Megaman 5. Next is Night Crusher from Megaman 6. Night Crusher is a boomerang weapon, much like Ring Boomerang. However, it doesn't pierce enemies, but it does a great damage to them, as you can even aim a Night Crusher diagonally up or down as you want. This covers a lot of distance, so of course it will come in handy, much like the Gyro Attack. As the best thing about it too is that it doesn't run out so quickly, and it's just great to hear, but why? And why? And why? A mace ball is a boomerang weapon. It's weird, I know, but okay, I guess it works. Next is Bobble Bomb. Bobble Bomb is an amazing explosive weapon. You shoot an explosive bubble that flies up upward in a waving way as it deals a massive impact on enemies. But that doesn't mean that you can't use it if there is an enemy exactly in front of you. Just use Bubble Bomb and explode it right away. Bubble Bomb is useful in dealing with enemies that are above you, of course, so it's very fun to use as well. In the older video of the best weapon, I said that Junk Shield is the best from Megaman 7, just because it's powerful and it's a shield weapon. But now I think this is just broken, but you know what is not broken? It's Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is more balanced weapon. It's just like a fully charged shot, but you shoot it in without charging. You shoot a bolt spheres that can split on contact, as it deals a great damage, and if there is an enemy that has a amount of health, Thunderbolt will deal the multiple damage to it. With that split function, Thunderbolt can be very useful in most situations and can really make the job done. Flash Bomb. This weapon, this devastating weapon, is a guaranteed multi-hit weapon. No matter how much the enemy's health is, Flash Bomb will deal a multiple damage to it no matter what. The Flash Bomb is very strong. You can't shoot two at the same time, and when it comes to its usefulness, so it's the same usefulness as Thunderbolt. So by far, these two weapons are in my top 10 best weapons. Most of Megaman base weapons are already great, but I have chosen the ones that I found the most useful and the most powerfully balanced. It's Thunderbolt. This weapon is a badass weapon. You throw some kind of windy slash thing that tears enemies apart, as it can also bounce off on walls. And the funny thing is that if you shoot the Thunderbolt in the blaze that has a lot of enemies, you'll surprised that you killed an enemy that you didn't even know how did you kill it. I mean, that happened to me when I played Megaman base before. Also, you can deal damage if you slide with Megaman or dash with base by using the Thunderbolt, which is pretty epic. I mean, that can really save your bot many times in a game like Megaman base. Megaman 9, like Megaman base, has an amount of great weapons, but again I found the ones that is pretty useful and powerful one too. But this weapon has a charge feature. Yup, Magma Bazooka. In the older video, the pick for the best weapon in Mega Man 9 was Black Hole Bomb because, well, it's pretty powerful, but I found it kinda broken and somehow hard to control. But I found a much better solution, and Magma Bazooka is that solution. Magma Bazooka is more of a spray shot weapon that can cover almost a great area with that sprayed fire. And that's not all, you can charge it up too to deal a massively fire damage. So this probably is a pretty useful and strong weapon. I mean strong. Mega Man 10, one of my favorite Mega Man games. This game has a unique robot masters with unique weapons that are pretty useful, well, sort of, but this one is actually a pretty useful and balanced weapon, which is the Wheel Cutter. Wheel Cutter is such an underrated weapon. Some say it's not that good, some say it's the opposite, and some say it's in the middle. But I say it's amazing. It's pretty spammable weapon which can erase some enemies that are on ground, and you can hold it as you want to if you want to attack with a really stylish weapon, and it's very useful too. You can climb walls with it and fast too, which can help your butt sometimes, but overall an amazing weapon from an amazing robot master. Mega Man 11. by far has the best weapon set for all of the Megaman games. All of them are unique and powerful, and they are all useful in some circumstances. But I like the shocking one. Scramble Thunder is the best of the best. It's a crawling weapon that crawls on all floors, ceiling and walls, and the best thing about it too is that it can split to 2 bolts of electricity and you can aim it up or down as you like, which is really comes in handy in a lot of situations. The Power Gear version of Scramble Thunder is the same, but as you guessed it, it's much more powerful, but it can pierce through enemies too. Scramble Thunder is pretty fun weapon to use. You can't change my mind no matter what you say. Scramble Thunder is amazing. Now before I go, I will mention a weapon that is the best from a set of Robot Masters, and these Robot Masters are the Megaman Killers. And the best weapon from these Robot Masters is Blade Cracker. Blade Cracker is like Metalblade, but you can't just throw it in 7 directions rather than 8. And Blade Cracker is just powerful as his honor blade. It gives a massive impact as, like Metalblade, it can be very useful.